Baylor women's tennis has announced their schedule, and it's a very, very long schedule. First of all, they're like January 6th through 8th. They're going to be at TCU Invite where they will be joined by TCU, SMU, and Tarleton at a round robin event. I don't know if that's like a dual match or individual stuff. It's in like singles and doubles or anything like that. But if that's a dual match right there, that'd be 3 matches in 3 days. Granted, the following match, like they have 2 on the 21st. That's Houston at noon and UTGRV at 6. On the 23rd, they have Rice. That's at 10 a.m. and then DePaul that same day at 2. And I tell you something, none of these opponents so far have been NCAA tournament teams. I know Rice usually makes the NCAA tournament, but they didn't last year. They didn't. There's ITA kickoff weekend, which is going to be between. They're going to have to face Loyola Marymount. I know that's an NCAA tournament team, and they bring back 5 stars out of 6 in the singles lineup, and that's it. It's the region they're playing in the kickoff weekend is in Texas, so they're going to get at least 1 NCAA tournament team. Maybe if they play Texas, that's 2. So February 3rd, they play Ole Miss at noon, which Ole Miss didn't make the NCAA tournament. They were like outside looking in. February 5th is Florida. They're an NCAA tournament team, and that's at 1 p.m. Harvard, they play on February 8th on the road. Of course, if you win ITA kickoff weekend, you're going to guarantee at least yourself 3 matches in national indoors in Seattle, Washington. But that is if they could even get there. But if not, they already have a plan. That's Wisconsin on February 11th at 1 p.m. Central Time. All these times are Central, which granted, I know Wisconsin was looking in, and they were a good team last year in terms of record and everything. Arkansas, February 17th at 5 p.m. Central Time. That's an NCAA tournament team. Washington, they're an NCAA tournament team on the 24th at 6 p.m. We even played them last year, and we won that 4-2. Then they got San Diego, February 26th at noon. They're an NCAA tournament team. At Arizona State, March 4th. That's an NCAA tournament team. They're a team that almost knocked off Oklahoma. They took doubles point, but in singles, Oklahoma had 4 singles wins in straight sets. Arizona State had 2 in straight sets. That's the difference in that match. Of course, Big 12 play, for the most part, Oklahoma State is an NCAA tournament team. That's March 10th at 6. Oklahoma is March 12th at 1 p.m. Central Time. Kansas, March 17th. They're an NCAA tournament team. Oklahoma is too. Kansas State, they're not an NCAA tournament team. March 19th. Denver, they're an NCAA tournament team. That's March 22nd at noon. West Virginia, that's probably the worst team in the league. Not to dog on them or anything, but I'm just saying the truth is the truth. That's 6 p.m. Central Time. Iowa State, the 26th at noon, like noon Central Time. Of course, March 31st is Texas Tech. That's an NCAA tournament team. TCU, April 2nd. At their place again. UTSA, that's April 8th. They're not an NCAA tournament. They're not. SMU, April 10th at 6 p.m. Central Time. They were outside looking in for the NCAA tournament. And of course, there's Texas, April 15th at Texas at 11 a.m. Central Time. Of course, there's the Big 12 tournament, which if you're 7 through 10, you get to play on the first day. But if not, that's April 10th. But it's in Lawrence, Kansas. Of course, if you're not one, like, those 2 teams are going to have to play against different opponent. Like a 1 and a 2 seed if you're 7 through 10 or something like that, 4 or 5, 3, 6, 2 versus 7 or 10 or something like that, and 1 versus 8 versus 9, I believe. So, yeah, you're going to play at least one match there, so yeah. And of course, there's the NCAA tournament, which is beyond down the line, but that's just to break down their schedule. It does present some challenges, but it's good to be tested with teams that have been in NCAA tournament not only last year, but in the past. I know Rice didn't make it last year. I know they didn't, but they're usually in, and they just didn't get in. I mean, that's the truth. And Arizona State could have easily been a Sweet 16 team if they would have beat Oklahoma at Oklahoma. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I know the team is kind of going to be young, I would think, in terms of starters. They returned 4 starters, but 2 of those they were freshmen last year. They're about to be sophomores, and then you have to count on 2 starters in a singles lineup alone as freshmen. So yeah, they're going to be young again. Majority of the team is freshmen and sophomores this year, and they'll for sure play 2 seniors in a singles lineup. Doubles lineup is going to be more wide open, I would think. We'll have to wait and see. And they're going to figure it out along the way. They could mix and match, so, and figure out that singles lineup and where each player's level's at and everything. So, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later. There's going to be 400 subscribers or more by the end of this year or sometime in the future.